Static pierces the silence. A woman's voice, distorted, urgent, emerges from the radio waves, trembling with fear and exhaustion. Her breathing is ragged, almost rhythmic. A desperate fight for calm. Inside a dimly lit capsule, bathed in the flickering glow of warning lights, a lone female cosmonaut peers through a small, frost-lined window. Earth glimmers below, a distant, unreachable home. As the capsule plunges into the atmosphere, flames erupt outside, roaring and licking the edges of the fragile spacecraft. The metal shell groans under the growing heat. Her voice cracks barely above a whisper, carrying the weight of inevitable doom. Do you hear me? I am hot. The flames! They are all around! I am being burned! Please, do you hear me? The transmission ends abruptly. Static returns. Only silence remains. In a modest apartment, Lieutenant Maria Gromova, a decorated pilot and loyal member of the Communist Party, receives a sealed letter. The seal bears the emblem of the Soviet space program. Her husband Mikhail watches with concern as she opens it. The contents are brief. Comrade Gromova, your presence is required at the Central Committee offices. For the glory of the Soviet Union. At the cold, dimly lit office, high-ranking officials await her. The head engineer, or the chief designer, Sergei Korolev, sits with a stoic expression. The proposition is simple, but shrouded in secrecy. We have chosen you, Comrade Gromova, to make history, to test the Vostok prototype before the official manned mission. But your mission is top secret. It is a classified biological test flight of the Vostok 1 KPL mission. The world may never know. Maria barely hesitates. Comrade Chief Designer, I accept. For the glory of the Soviet Union, for the party, and for the inevitable victory of communism in space and beyond. Irina endures weeks of brutal training. The tests are relentless. Isolation chambers for days in complete silence. Endurance runs in freezing tundra and searing deserts. Water survival drills in frozen lakes. Heat resistance tests with flames roaring around her. She excels, driven by her belief in the party. But shadows loom. The spacecraft, codenamed Vostok 1K number 3, remains hidden from her. Whispers among engineers hint at rushed construction, flawed systems. She remains unaware that this mission is a one-way trip, a sacrificial flight designed to test re-entry, regardless of the cost. A week before launch, Maria is relocated to a top-secret facility. Her husband Mikhail receives a visit from party officials. Remain calm, comrade. The party always remembers those who serve. Mikhail suspects the truth, but dares not speak. When Maria returns home briefly before the launch, their conversations are hollow. He asks no questions. She offers no answers. The weight of unspoken fears hangs between them.
Товарищи, рабочая крестьянская революция, о необходимости которой все время говорили большевики, совершилась!
Meine Arbeitsmänner, wenn ich euch so sehe, dann wäre es mir schwer zu sprechen.
Maria meets Mikhail. They marry, raise 2 children. She polishes her Soviet uniform with pride, but ambition overshadows family. The party's call is absolute. At Baikonur Cosmodrome, dawn breaks over the launch pad. The Vostok 1, K-number 3 looms, an untested vessel gleaming with frost. Maria dons her spacesuit. The countdown begins. As the engines roar to life, Mikhail holds their children close, watching the televised broadcast of Korabl Sputnik 4, unaware that his wife is aboard a different rocket in the shadows, one destined never to return. The Vostok 1. Radio silence follows. Maria gazes down at Earth's curve, a tear suspended in zero gravity. The capsule begins its return, but something is wrong. The heat shield fails. Do you hear me? I'm hot. I see flames. I am being burned. Static. The capsule burns upon re-entry. There are no official reports. The mission never existed. Although 3 days later, Mikhail receives a final letter from the party. Comrade Gromova served the Soviet Union with unparalleled honor. Her legacy remains eternal. But no statue is erected, no name recorded. History remembers Yuri Gagarin as the first human in space. He was the first one to return safe instead. In the shadows of forgotten transmissions, the voice of a lost cosmonaut drifts among the stars, a silent witness to ambition, sacrifice, and secrecy.